Hartman. Vic, do you support lifting trade and travel restrictions with Cuba?
I disagree with that. I do not think we should take and continue. We should continue to do that. We should not take and make it possible for a dictatorship that is so repressive against their people to continue to do just that. Lifting those restrictions would do little to benefit us. It would do greatly to help continue the disaster that's been created in Cuba over many, many, many years.
All right, like Pompeo, same question. Do you support lifting trade and travel restrictions with Cuba?
I do not. You'll find no more stronger free trade advocate than I am at every turn. When I watch jobs go overseas because of bad policy here, which includes having our agricultural products restricted, our aircraft components and aircraft completed product, not have access to foreign markets. I understand that the role of Congress has been abrogated, and when I get there, and when I get there, we need to fight for free trade and open markets everywhere we go. This administration has 3 free trade agreements that it's refusing to sign. There are exceptions, however. There are national security exceptions, which we've got to consider carefully, and I think we've got a long-standing policy in Cuba. I think we're on the cusp of victory there in changing out that government, and I think we ought to keep the current laws that we have in place so that that'll happen. And the people of Cuba can have the freedom and liberty that they have so desperately wanted for so long, and we'll have travel and tourism and trade restored to Cuba.
All right, did Paige Rutschmann, you get the question now. Do you support lifting trade and travel restrictions with Cuba?
No, I do not. As long as they have the type of government that they do, and they're repressive to their people, I do not support lifting the trade and travel restrictions that are currently in effect.
All right. Schodorf.
Thank you, Steve. I am the only one who believes that this would be a good idea because I believe it would help our farmers increase selling wheat to Cuba and beef production to Cuba, and that it would push democracy. I believe that the Cuban relatives in Miami and in Florida will help push that democracy. It is ripe for a change of government. There is an underground system now of bartering, of people who want to have, actually do have some free enterprise under the table. My daughter went there. She saw this. People want to have democracy. And by also helping our farmers, I believe that this would help instill a change of government.
All right, Jim Anderson, you get that one last. Do you support lifting trade and travel restrictions with Cuba?
I do not. Excuse me, this one is kind of close to my heart, as my wife is Cuban, and her parents fled, were born and raised in Havana, and fled the Batista Castro dictatorship. And the only thing that's going to do, and I am a hardcore capitalist and free market, but all that's going to do is embolden that regime. All those things are going to do is embolden people like Castro and Chavez. We need to force those people in that country to bring liberty and freedom to their own country and not rely on us to do it. It's been going on for so many decades now, and I believe they're close to overthrowing that regime.